The latest is out from the New York Times, which owns The Athletic, which is doing an investigation of Dianna Russini.
Right.
Dianna Russini was an NFL insider. Was she also out of bounds? Asked the New York Times.
Good wordplay.
Let me just answer that before you get into a 5,000-word piece. Yes. Yeah. She was out of bounds. Let me absolutely answer that definitively for you. I could have wrote this in one word.
Yeah.
Yes. But this is on the downfall of Dianna Russini. I would say, personally, there's some real good anecdotes and some real good details in this. I wouldn't say
what kind of details?
I wouldn't say it's very revelatory.
Got it.
Well, like for me, some of the details in the story that jump out. The lead anecdote that they have, she gets pulled over by a cop.
Oh, jeez.
I've seen a lot of things start this way.
Yikes.
She gets pulled over by a cop.
I saw Rex Ryan pull over his wife and ask to see her feet in a video. I saw that.
She gets she's about to get a speeding ticket. And she's like, well, I was rushing because Sean McDermott just got fired. And, who's your favorite coach? And I'll put him on the phone with you. And so she put this officer
sick brag, bro,
on the phone.
Who was it?
I don't think they named
Was it
the
Vrabel?
coach. Do you want to talk to the coach? You should talk to the coach. Russini told the officer. She recounted the incident a couple of weeks later with Stugatz. And
I don't like that.
They don't name the coach. But she's using her influence to get out of speeding tickets.
That's
the lead anecdote in the story.
That's a next level. Do you know who I am?
Yeah.
The "Do you know who I am" is one of the most cringe answers anybody can ever say.
Do you know who I know?
Right. Not even that. Do you want to talk to your favorite football coach? I'd be like, no, I'd like you to slow down. That's why I pulled you over.
Yeah, you're being dangerous.
She's also outing this police officer for being like, oh, I'll let you go because I was going to talk to the old ball coach.
She actually did out the police officer. It was officer.
Smart. That's a good idea.
Be gone.
Where is it? She did say the officer's name in the
Ron Farva?
Officer Joe. So I'm sure they can figure this out and be like, this guy. Never mind. I guess on the paperwork they could figure that out very easily.
Officer Joe.
Officer Joe.
He's like, I let her go because I got to talk to Jim Harbaugh for 3 awkward minutes.
Nice. Another anecdote in the story. They paid her an annual salary of close to. Have you seen this?
Over $1.2 billion.
Honestly, my guess would have been way closer to that than what she actually made. Close to, which means less than, $800K.
It's a lot of money.
It's a lot of money.
You thought she made more than $800,000? You thought around $1 million, like $1 million?
I would have thought at least $1 million.
I thought something came out that said she made $1 million. There was early on, there were or maybe people were just speculating.
In the story, Schefter and Rap Sheet are making $7-8 million, something like that.
That's because men make more than women.
No, I understand that, but you didn't think she was making.
I thought she was making $1 million.
I would have thought she was making more.
$800,000 is in the conversation.
A lot of money.
Yep.
Would have thought it was more.
Yep. Does she live in Florida though? She taxed in Florida.
No, New Jersey.
Maybe she wanted to avoid the millionaire's tax. She's like, give me $999,000.
High taxes in New Jersey.
Yeah, true.
Other items in here, she was FaceTiming with Katie Nolan at one point in time, and all of a sudden, Mike Vrabel was FaceTiming with Dianna Russini, which Katie Nolan at the time thought was cool. In retrospect, pretty suspect.
I bet a lot of people knew exactly what was going on, but they're like, it's not my place to say anything.
There was an anecdote from the rival pool party to Jay Glazer's pool party. Remember we talked about this?
Oh, I like a rival pool party.
So what we found out.
Oh, you think you're going to have a pool party?
No, I'm going to have a pool party. It's Mike Vrabel and nobody else.
It's like when Michael Scott had his party at the hotel, remember, at that big convention?
Uh-huh.
Not a lot of people came to Michael Scott's party.
No, they did not. She was sitting on the arm of Mike Vrabel's pool chair.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Not on his arm.
I thought you were just going to say on the arm of Mike Vrabel.
Nasty.
So there was that.
Yeah.
And then the other detail that jumped out is she is texting with the authors of this story. Okay? So this is interesting. This is kind of how it ends.
Okay.
Blah, 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 blah. Mike Vrabel kept his job in my previous actions. Oh, I'm sorry. These are Vrabel's comments. Let me get to her. In early May, the Times began reporting on the article, and Miss Russini responded to a reporter's request for an interview via text. So, again, this is early May. This is last month. Responded via text. She cited, quote, because we haven't heard from her.
No, we have not. She had 2 written statements that were both pretty poor.
She cited, quote, the intense scrutiny and personal attacks that she has faced, saying, quote, this has had a significant impact on my life, both professionally and personally.
Yeah.
At the end of the message, she referred to herself as a quote-unquote former journalist.
Right.
And Miss Russini asked that the reporter didn't quote from the text.
But he did.
When the reporter told her that the article would include portions of her text messages because no agreement had been made for them to engage in on- and off-the-record correspondence, you know what she did? She reached out to
block the number?
The publisher of The Athletic,
okay,
as well as 2 other senior editors at the New York Times to reiterate her wish that her comments would not be included. So she went over this guy's head to be like, hey, I said I didn't want to be quoted. Yeah. There was no agreement that you weren't going to be quoted. Nothing off the record. Nothing on background beforehand. You would.
As a reporter, you think she would have led with that.
You would.
This is off the record, right? But why even engage with somebody then? If you don't want any of that stuff out there at all, why would you?
She wanted to tell her story without telling her story and telling it in her own words.
Block it.
She wanted it to be like a close source to
We're
Dianna.
dealing with amateurs?
Do you think she talks before the season?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
I don't know where, but I think she
Jones
will.
And Keefe?
Jones and Keefe is possibly a standing invite. Well, it is a standing invite.
Or Jones and Keefe?
Jones and Keefe.
Oh, okay.
More likely Jones and Keefe than USA Today.
Probably, pardon my take.
Yeah, probably.
She's like friends with PFT.
Stugotz.
Oh, Stugotz.
Something like that.
Call her daddy.
Katie Nolan. Call her daddy.
Call her daddy.
Hell, actually, that'd be a great outfit.
Carl her daddy.
Carl her daddy.
Carl
Ravitch.
Ravitch's going to throw his hat in the ring. That's true. So I think from picking through it, those to me were the big newsy items.
Yeah.
She's using her power and influence to get out of speeding tickets. She makes less than I thought, quite frankly.
I'm telling you that there's a good case for like women fighting to make more money. Than she's doing the same job as those guys. Why are they making so much more? Although she's wrong a lot.
Yeah,
she was wrong an awful lot.
They actually had an anecdote on that. They're like, she was an insider. She had some good scoops and some
a
not.
lot of misses.
Do you remember the Doug Marone one? I don't remember this. She said Doug Marone was fired and he had his job for a whole other year. So that was in the story as well.
Use that one as an example. That's great.
Yeah, that's a good one. That was in the story.
She was not great at it.
She was flirting with Vrabel at that pool party, which, she's been flirting with Vrabel for 6 years.
It's more than flirting.
Popping up on FaceTimes while she's hanging out with Katie Nolan.
Mm-hmm.
And again, those texts where apparently she doesn't understand, despite being an insider,
yeah,
on versus off the
how
record.
that works.
I think those were the big takeaways from the New York Times.